market, and I've watched this with my own eyes. They push the old people out of the way, and they grab the stuff aggressively, and they have an argument. And they were fighting over the toilet paper, and I got hit in the back of the shin because one of the ladies got the shits with another lady and went forward with the trolley, and I just happened to be going past because you got to get from aisle 5 to 6, I've got to turn around there. And that happens to be where the toilet paper is. She decided to take off in a half and smack me right in the back of my shin with the fucking trolley. And I lost my temper. I fucking lost my temper. I looked at them, I said, you people are garbage. I said, this is fucking toilet paper. It's not specks of gold. Grow up. And everyone just looked away from me, waited till I walked around the corner, and then they met and started fighting over the toilet paper again. Are you kidding? I've seen footage of women here in Australia pulling at each other's hair. Are you kidding? This is how people here behave. They're such a low-class trash perp. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Would you push a woman in a wheelchair out of the way to grab a bag of pasta?
Nope. No way.
Well, I've seen footage of that and it's been shown on the news. In fact, one of the supermarkets that happened is only a 5-minute drive for us in Neutral Bay. And that's supposed to be one of the most prestigious Woolworths in Sydney. And yet even there they were pushing and assaulting each other. So now they've had to put security guards in there to stop it. And then they had to put another security guard out the front because some fuckwits were being arseholes, and even though there were limits for 2 boxes of pasta, they're trying to sneak in 3 or 4, the other security guard picks you up. But they should have done that 2 or 3 weeks ago, because I said 2 or 3 weeks ago. Used to that they said the supermarket, put the security guard, oh no, we don't want to do it, we don't want to do it. The reason why they didn't want to do it was because they were happy to see all their stock going out, you see? That's why they were happy. And now look what's happened, now you've got shortages and people rioting and being aggressive. Because we didn't plan it properly, but nevertheless, if you cannot show a tiny bit of compassion to at least one stranger once in a while, as far as I'm concerned, you're a cunt. You are. You're a cunt. That's the way I see it. Especially now with this thing, we really need to support each other, man. So, not just like mentally as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because don't forget, if people are stuck at home, that's probably going to cause all sorts of issues, mental issues, you know, being isolated, and then think of the people that are in abusive relationships and, you know, they're stuck at home with their partner, if you know what I mean. So there's a lot of people in that situation too, and because of the curfew, now these women, say for example they have an abusive boyfriend or whatever, now they can't utilise the services or use the shelter because they can't go out. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It creates a whole host of issues. But that's interesting though, Per, because you live in Sweden, and Sweden is quite a democratically liberal, like quite an advanced country in many respects, and yet you just described to me the same behaviour that I've seen here with the hoarding. Maybe not with the pushing and the shoving, but with the hoarding, yes.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
And you had the same reaction that I did. You were just shocked and disgusted. Because the first time I saw the toilet paper thing, my jaw dropped. I was so shocked.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
It's very, very, like, it's like the end of the world or something.
I thought to myself that the trailer trash people had come out of the woodwork. The bogans and all that. And the worst offenders, in the suburb we're in, the worst offenders were actually
no! Oh, fuck.
Hmm? You died.
I have Luke, but I got stuck behind a bush. I had a streak.
Oh,
I was on 16.
That's fucked. That's fucked. That's something that makes Aaron absolutely rage, especially on Endor. It's easy to get stuck in bushes or on rocks. It's so fucked.
I got free. Oh, got nice. Oh. Oh. Oh, fucking other bush.
Eh, So has Sweden closed its borders as well, or?
Nope.
You're not giving me options.
No,
Okay, so
not.
you guys are
Yeah,
still.
yeah, closed. We have the closest, so we can't travel.
Get past me.
Yeah, because at the moment we're not allowed to leave the country. And in fact, we can't even leave our state. So I'm in New South Wales, for example. Now all the states have closed all their borders. It's the first time this has ever happened. They've got actually custom officials on the state borders. The last time I saw custom officials at the New South Wales Queensland border, I believe, was in 1977. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And now they've suddenly come up all over again. This is what I was trying to say to people the other night. I was trying to explain that one of the things that concerns me about this pandemic is that if we stay in this very unusual situation for too long, there are some things that afterwards might not be reversed. So, for example, now in Australia, they're closing the borders between the states, and I'm worried that if they get too used to that, we might go back to the bad old days where each state had all their funny laws and they would enforce them at the border. It was causing all sorts of problems with trade and with the economy because it was becoming inefficient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I get worried that some things change but then won't revert to the way they were before. That's what worries me about this. So I just hope it doesn't hang around for too long, but I've got a feeling that I think 4 to 6 months is not an unreasonable amount of time before this really starts to die down. You know what I mean? Because even if it dies down in one country, it then explodes in another. You know what I mean? So it's died down in China, but now it's exploding in Italy and Spain. By the way, Italy's getting absolutely destroyed by this whole thing. Have you seen all the triages that they've had to set up in parks and in car parks on the side of the road and all that? Have you seen that
No.
footage? Okay, you drive in any town in Italy and you'll see little tents
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
parked
yeah.
on the side, sometimes attached to a hospital, and people are being treated there on the spot because they can't cope.
Uh, to cope with the.
Well, I can tell you that there's one country, actually two countries I'm glad I'm not in right now. One is America, because that could fill up. Have you seen what's happening in New York? It has 6% of the world's confirmed cases just in New York.
Mm.
It's become an epidemic there. The other place I wouldn't want to be right now is in India.
Yeah. They have
Wow,
big problems there.
1.3 billion, and Indonesia too. Because Indonesia is a neighbour of ours, we get a lot more news about them than other countries. And I've seen shocking footage over the last couple of days. The same thing you saw in China, just people walking down the street and just dropping on the ground. Because the disease is spreading everywhere, but what makes it worse is that they're all catching the trains at peak hour, they're packed like sardines,
Mm.
and they're not observing any distancing whatsoever, so they're pretty much guaranteeing that just about every member of their population is going to catch it. And that's right on our doorstep too.
Mm.
We'll probably have to end up banning travel to Indonesia at this rate. Fuck. And I tell you another thing too. I'm glad that I don't own shares in an airline. Oh my god. Could you imagine that?
We stand together.
What? Shares?
In an airline. You know
Yeah.
the airlines?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god. Oh, they're getting fucking destroyed.
Mm. Yeah, shares. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Emperor, I need to take my headphones off for a sec because I'm just going to the bathroom. Hang on.
Lock her head. Turret ready.
Hello?
Yeah, no, the airlines. Our Qantas had to stand down
Ja, va?
90.
Ja, jag ringde förut
Quant-
för att kolla läget. Nej, tidigare. Eller efter det.
Wait, you're
Jag har
speaking
ringt.
Swedish. Or 8.
Jag ringde efter det också har jag ringt. Jo, det har jag. Ja, då syns inte det på den. Har inte det syns? Ja, jag vet inte, men jag har i alla fall ringt för att kolla hur läget är. Jag vet inte vad klockan var, men då kunde jag inte få tag på dig så att så tänkte jag att du kanske ringer tillbaka. Jag ville kolla hur det gick för dig på jobbet. Ja. Men är du på väg därifrån nu eller? Ja, för jag ska ju börja med maten. Torsk. Vadå fy? Jag har tagit fram det för att det är ju milt. Vad vill du ha då? Ja, jag köpte alltså torskrygg. Jag köpte torskrygg, tänkte ha kokad torskrygg. För det är milt och fint.
Excuse me.
Den fryst torskrygg och där finns det ingenting sånt i. Kokt potatis och vitsås. Nej, det är väldigt milt. Nej, men jag ska göra god. Ja, han sa ingenting när jag pratade om det. Ja, jag ska jobba imorgon, ja. Ja. Nej, frisk och frisk, men jag ska jobba. Det känns i alla fall bättre. Ja, det gör jag. Mm. Nej. Inte jag heller. De är ju inte så himla bra de på vad heter det? Blomsterland, vad heter de? Karltorp menar jag. Mm. Ja, vi åker väl till Hisingen. Mm. DJ?
Yes, I heard you talking about ragu. You were talking about the sauce, weren't you?
Yeah. White.
I heard the ragu. See, here's the thing, right? I can't understand most of the words you were saying, but just by listening to your tone of your voice and the way that was your wife that was on the phone, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. The way she was answering that, I got the message you were talking about what to cook tonight or cook later on or get something for cooking or something like that.
Yeah.
And I've just learnt that through years and years and years